My name is James Bulbrook. I've worked in political communications for 20 plus years. The reason I'm here speaking today is because my experience has proven to me that understanding the hows and whys of effective political communication are incredibly valuable for anybody working in any kind of public relations. Here's why. Measuring effectiveness in political communication is incredibly simple. If your candidate wins, you succeeded. Your candidate loses, you failed. Now, all of you are here because you're working with groups and organizations that have a vital interest in how they are perceived by the public. You bring your time, your talent, your industry to helping shape those perceptions. So in that sense, you're really in the business of moving people from point A to point B, from where they are to where you need them to be. So in that sense, what you really are is bridge builders. You take on a project, you pick the site, choose the design, you assemble the team, all the specialists you need, and up your bridge goes. Here's the difference. To a bridge builder, your job's now done. Crack open the champagne, cut the ribbon, you're finished. The reality in public relations is your work hasn't even started. Bridge building is communicating, but communicating does not mean you've connected. Communicating is about the speaker and what they're saying. Connecting is about the audience and what they're hearing. There's an old truism in politics that it's never what you say, it's what they hear. And there's an old axiom about speech writing, which is my real specialty, which is that you can give a 20-minute keynote and no one's going to remember what you said. What they're going to take away from it is how it made them feel about you and your mission. So as a communicator, you're a bridge builder. But what the audience really is a commuter on a long, tiring, frustrating drive who's looking for exactly what it is you have to offer. A better way to get to where they want to be. But they're tired, they're inundated with information, with traffic signs, with data, and the reality is they may have a vague sense of where your bridge is, but they really would just like you to stop talking to them. Let them alone. Now, I know nobody here is going to be offended by hearing something like that because it's a reality we deal with every single day in communication. Nowhere is that more true than political communication. Here's a statement I think most people will agree with. Almost everyone hates politics. But here's the thing. Has anyone here ever had occasion or known someone who's had occasion to call 911? And if you did somebody answer on the other end of the line? The answer is yes. The fact is, that's politics in action. Politics is how we accomplish the things that we can't possibly do on our own. Can't build a school on our own, can't plan a hospital or a highway on our own, can't run a public service like 911 on our own. And we may quibble with how the particular people we elect execute running those things, and we do that every day, and that's fine. The reality is, if we didn't elect them, those jobs wouldn't get done. So the stakes for political communication are incredibly high. Either you succeed in helping your candidate stand out from the crowd, get elected, serve, or it's over. You're done. It's not about how hard you worked, how well you executed, how well you planned. None of that matters. So that's tough. That's a tough thing to face. The first campaign I ever worked on, man, I worked hard. 18 months, nonstop. I worked myself into a case of bronchitis, lost a bunch of hearing in my right ear. Don't feel sorry for me. It's like that line in Godfather Part 2. Hyman Roth says, "This is the business we have chosen." I volunteered for this gig, so I'm not complaining. But the reality was, none of it mattered. The day after the election, we'd lost. All the work I had done went poof. It was over. It was done. That's an incredibly difficult thing to face and deal with. But it's also a real crucible. And what's a crucible do? It burns away the inessential and reveals a fundamental truth. And the truth was, everything is about effectiveness. Everything is about connecting. But that's why political communication makes for such an effective source of case studies for how good communication works overall. So that's what I'm going to do today, is take you through a bunch of examples of some really effective communication. And I'm also going to take you through some that are pretty spectacular failures. Because the reality is there are some bridges that are best left unbuilt. The point I'm really hoping to leave with you is just how important it is for you to be able to connect with the audiences you need to reach to serve the people who are looking to you for your best advice. So let's look at some ways to do just that.